Welcome to the 24th Bloor West Village Toronto Ukrainian Festival, and it's looking a whole lot different. Normally there would be no cars behind us, but right now it's bustling behind us, Yuri.
Yes, indeed, Marta. Thank you. Thank you, first of all, for hosting this virtual production of the 24th annual Ukrainian Festival. It's people like you that are sticking with us that make it all possible. So thank you. Thank you very much. So in addition to volunteers like you, there's also a lot of volunteers behind the scenes that are performers. We're very grateful to those, but also our sponsors, Ukrainian Credit Union behind us, and the Temerte Family Foundation, most of all, as well as the two levels of government that are still on the provincial and federal, still helping us. So we're grateful that we're able to be around and to plan, even though things had changed from what we had planned at Ontario Place that allowed us for social distancing. And we devised the first ever Ukrainian drive-in for Ukrainian movies, Mr. Jones and Target Number One, which we unfortunately had to cancel at the last minute. But nevertheless, we have a virtual program. And this year, as we normally honor a particular individual every year as a parade marshal, Ukrainian Canadian, Ukrainian background, known in the Canadian world, we have new heroes in our community. And they are the frontline workers that have been paying attention and caring for our seniors in Ukrainian homes all across Canada. So in the name of all of them, we've created a little bit of a video and honoring those frontline workers in Toronto seniors' homes in the name of all of them across Canada. So we're delighted to be doing that differently this year.
Well, of course, that is one of the most important aspects. Without those people, we would be in trouble. So definitely thank you to them. And behind the scenes, as you mentioned, there are other people like Pani Olya Cholkan, who works tirelessly every year running around backstage. You may not see her, and you won't see her this year either because it's a virtual one. But she had a very big hand in putting this all together, and she sort of segmented each of these themes together. We saw the Hutsulshtina theme, we saw the COVID theme already in this virtual aspect. What's next?
Well, next is Volodymyr IVASIUK. He is an icon not only in our cultural music world, but also in our soul, in developing our culture beyond just the arts aspect that permeates us into understanding and developing our cultural being. So there is to be a planned concert, 3-day concert in the fall that was to honor him, and who knows if indeed it will happen. But right now we have committed to participating in that virtual event also. So all of our performers that will be shown here will quite conceivably be shown in the Kyiv all-Ukrainian one a couple of months down the road.
Very nice. I don't know if you know, but my favorite song is Червона Рута.
Oh, yes.
So that's by IVASIUK. And that will definitely be part of this next virtual segment, so enjoy.
Дорогі друзі, dear friends, on behalf of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress and our member organizations, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 Toronto Ukrainian Festival. Вітаємо! For 24 years, the festival has... Дорогі друзі, dear friends, on behalf of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress and our member organizations, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 Toronto Ukrainian Festival. Вітаємо! For 24 years, the festival has brought Ukrainian culture to Canada's largest city. We have had the opportunity to share our wonderful traditions with the hundreds of thousands of people who attend each year. This year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the festival's program has had to be modified. But thanks to the creativity, imagination, and inventiveness of the festival's many organizers and volunteers, we can still enjoy this year's celebrations. Хочу скористатися нагодою подякувати тим, яких ми сьогодні відзначаємо. Нашим медикам, медсестрам, вчителям та всім тим, які надають первинну допомогу членам нашої громади та всім канадцям. Дякуємо вам. A heartfelt thank you to the frontline workers who are being honored today. It is appropriate today to pay tribute to a great Canadian, the Right Honourable John Turner, Prime Minister of Canada, who passed away recently. Mr. Turner led Canada's election observation mission to Ukraine in 2004 during the Orange Revolution. He remained a steadfast friend of Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. In 2005, Mr. Turner served as the parade marshal of this festival. I would also like to thank Yuri Klufas for his vision and unflagging energy, as well as the hundreds of volunteers who have worked over the years to bring us this unique celebration of Ukrainians in Canada. Please enjoy the 2020 Toronto Ukrainian Festival. We hope to see you in person in the Bloor West Village when we are able to gather safely. Slava Kanadi! Слава Україні!
Шановні пані і панове, діти, молодь, студенти, спостерігачі та гості із всіх частин Канади, США та з України, вітаємо вас на 9-му в черзі українському фестивалі в Торонто. Вітаємо вас всіх!
It is with great sadness and respect that we recognize Prime Minister John Turner and his time spent with us on our festival stage as the leader of the Canadian Election Observer Mission in Ukraine and our festival parade marshal in 2005.
The Honourable John Turner.
2 days ago in Winnipeg, I had the honor of presenting the final report of our delegation to Ukraine to our Prime Minister Paul Martin in Winnipeg, at the offices, and would our president raise her hand again, at the offices of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress in Winnipeg to our new president. And so it was a very historic occasion for Canada and for Manitoba and for Ukraine. Canada had by far the largest delegation in Kiev and across Ukraine of any country in the world. 1,000 out of 8,300. When I got my final report from our delegates, came back from all over Ukraine, we reported to the Prime Minister and to the Ukrainian people that we thought it was a 95% winner, few technical problems here and there, but basically a tremendous adventure and expression of democracy. It was the greatest demonstration of democracy in the history of the world.
Each year, festival officials select a prominent Canadian of Ukrainian origin, whom we then designate as our festival parade marshal for the year. So in this unique 2020 year, in our 24th year of the festival, we are very pleased to designate our tireless frontline workers in Toronto and across Canada as our honorary parade marshals for the consistent and dedicated help they have selflessly provided to our Ukrainian seniors.
Вітаємо! 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 Ми всі вітаємо учасників 24-го українського віртуального фестивалю і дякуємо за велику честь, яку нам надали в відкритті цього фестивалю.
Вітаємо в імені Дому сеньорів Святих Петра і Павла в Скарборо. Віртуально вітаємо 24-ту річницю фестивалю Bloor West Village Festival. Вітаємо вас і також дякуємо нашим працівникам, які затримали охорону наших сеньорів.
Вітаємо всіх на 24-й річниці відкриття українського фестивалю на Блорі. Дякую вам, що дали нам нагоду відкрити цей фестиваль.
І тепер вирішальний момент. Раз, два, три. Тепер вирішальний момент. Раз, два, три.
24-й український фестиваль Bloor West Village оголошуємо відкритим.
Ukrainian Credit Union Limited is there for many big life moments. When you opened your first account, when you completed your matura, when you bought your first home. With hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations invested into cultural, educational, religious, and other local programs annually, Ukrainian Credit Union is truly building our community. With modern banking services just like the banks, you can feel proud when you bank with UCU.
For 50 years, Barvinok has been providing traditional Ukrainian dance instruction in the Hall of the Dormition of the Mother of God Church, St. Mary's in Mississauga. Today, Barvinok provides instruction to almost 450 students of different ages. Over the past 20 years, Barvinok has organized many trips within Canada as well as to the USA, Ukraine, and Europe. On May 17th of 2019, Barvinok hosted its 50th annual concert at the Living Arts Center. Please enjoy their opening dance recorded at this event. Volodymyr IVASIUK was a very popular Ukrainian songwriter, composer, and poet. He is the author and composer of the widely known song Chervona Ruta and many other very popular Ukrainian songs. Volodymyr IVASIUK was murdered by the KGB at the age of 30 because of the political and Ukrainian nationalist nature of his songs. His celebrity status in the Soviet Union and his cultural contributions in general, and Ukrainian in specific, drew the attention of Soviet authorities. His songs, mostly about love to Ukraine, were perceived as rousing nationalist sentiment in listeners. The evidences point to the KGB as the perpetrator of the slaying. IVASIUK's funeral was attended by over 10,000 people and turned into a mass protest against Soviet regime. After his death, his compositions were removed for a time from sale and radio play. The next video and performances are dedicated to his music and his memory of 41 years after his death.
Попрошу вітру з ворів, аби він не спав до днини, щоб летів на вільних крилах, на Кичері і в Діброві, і дізнавсь, де моя мила Каріо. прошу, вітру з ворів, аби він не спав до днини, щоб летів на вільних крилах, на кичері в діброви і дізнавсь, де моя мила карі очі.
Trio Lira consists of Roma, Vera, and Ivanka. About 7 years ago, a series of events conspired to bring the three women together. The trio has sung and continues to perform at a variety of larger and smaller events, including the well-known annual Ukrainian festivals in Toronto, Mississauga, Oakville, and Ottawa. They are expanding their repertoire regularly, including some English material here and there to keep things fresh and fun. Please enjoy the following video of Trio Lira singing a medley of Volodymyr IVASIUK songs.
Я піду далекі гори, на широкі полонини і попрошу вітру з світі, ти повір, бо твоя врода, то є чистая вода, то є бистрая вода в синій. Водограй попроси, струни дає тобі кожна весна, дзвінки старує їм осіння сна, а ми заграємо на струнах твоїх, та й розвілють вони сміх. Самотній слід, знаю я одна. Сина осінь ще той слід, листя не накрила, бо до тебе навесні я повернусь милий. Мої руки ти візьмеш знову свої руки, не розквітне поміж нас жовтий лист розлуки. Не ховай очей блакитний промінь, заспівай мені в останній раз, пісню ту візьму собі на спомин, пісня буде поміж нас. Бо твій голос щедра повінь, ти навколо зелень голос нею повен, чуди не складе і виросте зелений, а ти пісні будеш завжди біля мене.
Myroslava Solovianenko's operatic career spans over 10 years of performances and appearances across Europe, South and North America. She has headlined and starred in productions at Kyiv's operatic stages, performed with the National Academic Choir of Ukraine, and has served as a lead vocalist at the prestigious National Organ and Chamber Music Hall of Ukraine. A resident of Toronto since 2015, Myroslava continues to actively perform throughout Canada and has headlined a number of concerts. Starting in 2018, she became one of the founders and artistic director of the Nightingale Music Festival, a project to increase the presence of classical opera across North America. Please enjoy Mira's version of a popular Volodymyr IVASIUK song, Vodograi, recorded in Niagara Falls.
Тече вода, тече бистра, а куди не знає, поміж гори в світ широкий, тече не вертає. пісню на всі голоси, що хочеш воду граю попроси. Струни дає тобі кожна весна, дзвінки здарує їм осінь ясна. А ми заграєм на струнах твоїх, хай розілють вони радісний сміх. Подивись, як сію скелю б'є вода іскриста, і зроби мені з тих крапель зоряне намисто. Краще я зберу джерела, зроблю з них цимбали, щоб тобі від щиро мила води краснограї. Ой, водопаду грай, грай, вже не зграй, панок свіжавий ти не зупиняй, закрасну пісню на всі голоси, що хочеш воду граю попроси. Струни дає тобі кожна весна, дзвінки здарує їм осінь ясна. А ми заграєм на струнах твоїх, хай розілють вони радісний сміх.
For over 3 decades, the band Dunia has been a cornerstone in the North American Ukrainian music scene. They've performed at every major Ukrainian festival throughout Canada and the United States and have played countless private functions across all the major cities. Dunia has produced 3 studio albums and 2 Christmas singles over the years. In 2019, lead singer Fesiak was selected to participate in Ukraine's version of The Voice. Please enjoy his performance of Volodymyr IVASIUK's song Червона Рута at this competition. We are so proud of you, Alex.
Усім привіт! Мене звати Фесяк, мені 52 роки, я українець з Канади. Це мій перший сторіс в голосі країни. Ласкаво прошу до Торонто. Щоб навчити мене української мови, батьки співали мені українські пісні. У 15 років я з моїми українськими друзями створив гурт Дуnia. Ми вже разом 37 років об'їхали цілу Канаду і Америку з гастролем. Я продовжую справу «Квітки Цизик». Я також записую з гуртом Дуnia народні українські пісні, бо ми маємо величезну любов до України і музики. Я знаю, «Квітка Цизик» ніколи не була в Україні. Я дуже радий, що зараз я тут. Українська пісня – це величезний дар моїх батьків, нарешті повернеться на рідну землю.
Ти признайся мені, звідки тебе ті чари, я без тебе всіх днів. У полоні печалі, може десь у лісах, ти чар зілля шукала, сонце руту знайшла і мене щарувала. Червону руту, а не шукай вечорами, ти у мене
вечір.
Добрий вечір.
Скажіть, будь ласка, як вас звуть, скільки вам років?
Мене звати Алекс Фесяк, мені 52 роки.
Так.
Я народився в Торонто, Канада.
Тобто ви українець наш?
Я є українець Канади, так, з діаспори.
Як вдома тут? Як вам тут?
Мені дуже сподобається Київ, Україна. Тут красиво. Я не знаю, без слів.
Те, що «Голос країни» був шансом приїхати і побачити Україну, це вже дуже круто.
Хочу вам сказати величезне дякую, що вже ви, доросла людина, приїжджаєте з красивою українською мовою. І хочу, щоб всі глядачі, які дивилися, просто від вас надихались цим, що треба любити свій край.
Далеко не всі українці розмовляють українською.
І це от якраз приклад.
А розкажіть, як ви почали співати? Як живеться в діаспорі?
Як мені було 15 років, я склав гурт з українськими друзями, так? Зветься «Дунай».
Дунай.
І до того дня я граю в Дунаю. Ми з нашим гуртом допомагаємо громаді українській, збираємо кошти для сиріт дітей, для волонтерів.
Україні зараз потрібна допомога всіх українців зі всього світу. Нам треба триматися всі разом. Ви молодці.
Дуже вам дякую.
Дайте вас обняти.
Дякую.
Дуже приємно.
Дякую.
Це моя дружина Настя, це моя подружка Тіна.
Зараз, вибач, Настя, це у вас. Ось Настя. Привіт, привіт. Дуже приємно.
Looking good. Дякуємо вам дуже, під оплески. І ось так буває. Подивіться, як нас багато по всьому світі розкидано, але ми всі діти однієї землі.
Я можу сказати, що для мене важливо, я створила коло пісню «Елефанти», де є сопілка українська. І коли я приїздила до Мексики, дарувала сопілку, розповідаю, що Україна – це дуже талановитий край. І мені, я так пишаюся, така гордість.
Голос країни об'єднує. Клас.
Ihor and Andriana Artemyak are married singing duo originally from Ternopil, Ukraine, and now residing in Toronto. For many years, they have performed at international festivals and concerts, supporting Ukrainian song and culture of their native country.
IVASIUK, пісня буде поміж нас. Співаємо разом. Твоїх воріт до моїх воріт, як струна.
Що згубився мій самотній світ, стаю я одна.
Зимна осінь, що стежки листя не накрила, бо до тебе навесні я повернусь милий. Мої руки ти візьмеш знову в свої руки, і не розквітне поміж нас жовтий квіт розлуки. Не ховай очей блакитний промінь, заспівай мені в останній раз. Пісню ту візьми собі на спомин, пісня буде поміж нас. Бо твій голос щедра повінь, ти мов колос, зелен колос, нею повен. Жовтий ліс впаде і виросте зелений, а ти в пісні будеш завжди біля мене. Трошки по-гуцульськи. Чоп. Добре. Як зійдуть сніги з потоками, ой, глибокими навесні.
Забрудить дорога, та не спокою.
осінь, що стежки листям не накрила, бо до тебе навесні я повернусь милий. Мої руки ти візьмеш знову в свої руки, і не розквітне поміж нас жовтий квіт розлуки. Не ховай очей блакитний промінь, заспівай мені в останній раз. Пісню ту візьму собі на спомін, пісня буде поміж нас. Бо твій голос, щедра повінь, ти мов колос, зелен колос, нею повен. Жовтий лист паде і виросте зелений, а ти пісню будеш завжди біля мене.
The Ukrainian Academy of Dance has trained over 1,500 dancers since it was founded in 1987. Arkan Dance Company was launched as the performing ensemble of the Academy. Since their formation, Arkan has performed at international festivals in Florida, New York, and Boston, Taiwan, Brazil, at Canada's National Ukrainian Festival in Dauphin, Manitoba, Drummondville, Quebec, Nova Scotia, China, Mexico, Turkey, Italy, Korea, Ukraine, and Indonesia. Please enjoy this recent video of Arkan performing Sielska Polka in Ukraine last summer. ...2020 marks the year that internationally renowned Ukrainian cultural icon Myroslava Solovianenko passed away. In a music career spanning over 60 years, Myroslava Solovianenko became Ukraine's most celebrated composer. He produced a stunning array of compositions. His unique and colorful language could be heard in all forms of orchestral music, choral music, ballet, opera. Pope John Paul II blessed and financed the Lviv premiere of his opera Moses. Chamber music, concert, and solo pieces for piano and violin, as well as music scores for over 40 films, the most famous of which was Parajanov's Shadows of Forgotten Ancestors in 1965. Most recently, he was artistic director of the Kyiv Opera in 2011 to 2016. Carissa Klopoushak has made a name for herself as curious, creative, and a versatile musician. Based in Ottawa, she is a proud member of Canada's National Arts Centre Orchestra and the Ironwood Quartet. A laureate of the 2018 Canada Council for the Arts Instrument Bank Competition, Carissa performs on the beautiful Magini model 1851 Jean-Baptiste Viome violin. She's recently been named interim artistic director of Ottawa Chamberfest, starting in that position in mid-August 2020. Carissa Klopoushak and Catherine Dowling play Myroslava Solovianenko's melody from the film The High Pass. The Verkhovyna Ukrainian Song and Dance Ensemble is the cultural arm of the Edmonton branch of the Ukrainian Youth Association of Canada. A broad spectrum of the Ukrainian community is represented within the ensemble, from Ukrainians new to Canada to fourth-generation Ukrainian Canadians. The ensemble is comprised of three groups: the Verkhovyna Choir, Dunia Dancers, and Verkhovyna Ensemble School of Ukrainian Dance. The Verkhovyna Choir and Dunia Dancers have toured together as an ensemble, as well as performed separately for appreciative audiences in Canada, the United States of America, Brazil, Costa Rica, and Eastern Europe. Please enjoy a video of their recent tour to Georgia and Ukraine in 2019.
Влітку 2019 року сумівський ансамбль української пісні та танцю «Верховина» з Едмонтону поїхав з виступами на гастролі в Грузію та Україну, щоб відсвяткувати 60-ту річницю створення хору «Верховина» та 45-ліття танцювального гуртка «Дунай». In August of 2019, the Verkhovyna Song and Dance Ensemble, representing Ukrainian Youth Association of Edmonton, embarked on a tour across Georgia and Ukraine to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Verkhovyna Choir and the 45th anniversary of Dunia Ukrainian dancers. This Verkhovyna Ensemble tour was dedicated to the memory of Jordan Ishchenko, a former Dunia Ukrainian dancer. Starting their journey in the capital city of Georgia, Tbilisi, the Verkhovyna Ensemble had the opportunity to tour this ancient city, sample delicious Georgian food, and visit the Kakheti wine region. In addition, both choir and dancers had a unique opportunity to participate in Georgian folk singing and dancing workshops. Ми також заспівали пісню «Гей, ви стрільці січовії», коли чекали на літак, щоб перелетіти з Грузії в Україну. We had an impromptu flash mob performance at Kutaisi International Airport while waiting for our flight to Ukraine. Our next stop was the world-renowned Ukrainian port of Odessa, where we explored beaches on the Black Sea, visited the Chabot winery, explored the Ackerman fortress, and enjoyed a boat ride on the Black Sea. The choir also had the opportunity to have a workshop with the famous vocal group Picardiyska Tercia. We performed in the Odessa National Philharmonic Hall to a crowd of 1,000 people who joined us outside the hall afterwards in a post-show sing-along. This became a tradition for the Verkhovyna Ensemble as we traveled across central and eastern Ukraine. Ми також були дуже раді відвідати історичний музей українських козаків Хортиця біля Запоріжжя. Then we traveled to the city of Zaporizhia, where we visited the Cossack Siege Museum located on the island of Khortytsa. We were then treated to a spectacular Cossack show where a couple of our ensemble members had been indicted into the Cossack ranks. Our next performance took place at the beautiful city of Kharkiv, located only 50 kilometers from the Russian border. Unfortunately, we had to turn away some of the audience members since the demand for our tickets was so high. We also had a unique opportunity to perform and participate in festivities at the world-renowned Sorochintsy National Ukrainian Fair, Sorochinsky Yarmarok. Verkhovyna ensemble members also enjoyed a shopping spree from various Ukrainian vendors. Ансамбль пісні та танцю «Верховина» відвідав також могилу та музей генія України Тараса Шевченка в Каневі. On our way to Kyiv, our group stopped in Kaniv to visit the Taras Shevchenko Museum and sing Zapovit, the Testament, at Shevchenko's gravesite. Our tour finished in the capital city of Ukraine, Kyiv, where we had the opportunity to experience Ukraine's Independence Day celebrations on August the 24th. There we performed our final show, which was attended by widows and orphans of the fallen Ukrainian soldiers, as well as by the Canadian ambassador to Ukraine.
Ми маємо цю глибоку душу до української пісні, до танці, до мови, до Бога і до України.
Закінчити сьогоднішній вечір на цій позитивній ноті, засвідчуючи той факт, що ми є і ми будемо. І я думаю, останнім прощальним словом сьогодні має бути «Слава Україні!»
Our 2019 tour of Georgia and Ukraine turned out to be a huge success, and our Verkhovyna ensemble members proudly represented Canada while showing our love for Ukrainian song and dance. Ми дуже успішно представляли нашу українську канадську громаду на цих гастролях і будемо назавжди пам'ятати ці виступи.
Stefan Kuziu, director of the Kalina Performing Arts Company in Toronto, will now teach you how to perform basic Ukrainian male dance steps.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Bloor West Village Toronto Ukrainian Festival, a virtual Teach Me to Dance segment. My name is Stefan Kuziu. I'm the director of the Kalina Performing Arts Company in Toronto under the Ukrainian National Federation, and I will be teaching male dancers or males who would like to learn Ukrainian dancing some fundamental Cossack-style Ukrainian dance steps. Okay, so we're gonna start off right away with Tenok. Okay, it's a basic step, and you're basically jumping over a small fence. Tin is a fence, so you're jumping over a fence. So you jump, you jump, you jump. Okay, so you're jumping over, but you're not just jumping over. I want you to jump, step, step. So you're gonna jump, step, step, jump, step, step, jump, step, step. Jump, step, step. Okay? In proper dance or balletic terms, it's called a pas de basque. Okay? So when we're a little bit more advanced, we will dance pas de basque like so. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're still jumping over this tinok. Okay? Number 1. Second, prisidke. You've seen these everywhere. So prisidate means to squat, to crouch down. So we're squatting. We're squatting, and then we're kicking. We go down, and we kick. We go down, and kick, and down, and kick. The proper way to do it is to have a little bit of a hop when you're actually kicking your leg out. So you're not just crouching and lifting your leg up. You're hopping into the prisidka. So you're going down, and hop, down, hop, down, hop, down, hop. Okay? So we're going to put those two together to music, like so.
Вибирайте від дівочок, гей-га, не бариться, бо музики грає там, гей-га, от Васильку виступає, гей-га, ти Марусю вибирає,
I forgot to mention the little pritup. So you're going to be doing 3 pritsitke, down, kick, down, kick, down, kick. And then to finish it off, you'll stay standing and just stomp, stomp. Okay, so that's the first section. Let me catch my breath a little bit. Third step we're learning is called a roztяжка. Roztяжка is to stretch. So we're also going to go down into присядка, into full plie, and we're going to jump not up in the air, but we're going to jump into second position, like so. Okay, you can do it on your heels if you'd like. We're going to go down. We're going to hop back down into first position, into a grand plie. We're going to open. Okay, this one's pretty easy. So the first two were pretty quick. This is easy. So we're going to go down, open, down, open, down, open. Okay? Very easy. I'll let you guys try to do it. And you go down, and you open your arms and your legs. And you go down, and you open your arms and your legs. And you go down, and you open your arms and legs. And you go down, and now stay down, because we're going to start our next step. The next step is pozunki. Pozunki, it's also squatting and kicking. So we're going to go down, and we're going to put our arms down and kick one leg out. It's usually the right leg that kicks out when we start. And then we're going to start kicking. Kick, 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 kick. If you're having trouble doing that, it's because you need to not sit like this. You have to have your heels right under your bum. You kick, and you're going to hop. Hop. That's how you practice. Hop. And you're going to continue kicking, kick, 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 kick. All right? We're going to put those 2 steps together as well. Let's do that quickly. That was pretty easy. So we're going to count, when we're kicking, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to come together and stand up. So on 8, we're already standing up. And that'll be the end of our little mini dance piece for male Cossacks, Ukrainian Cossacks. Here we go. Another reminder, let's review what we did. We did Padebask, which is, we learned it as Tinok. So it's this one. Okay? Then we learned Prisitke. Раз, два, раз, два. Okay? Then we learned Roztяжка. Раз и два. Раз и два. And then we learned Povzunke with both hands planted. And there are obviously more advanced variations where you can do one hand, you can do clapping, or you can do no hands. Just the legs kicking. Povzunke. Okay, we're going to try to wrap all this up. Hopefully it won't be too out of breath, because you know, with the pandemic, we've all been eating a little bit too much and not exercising enough, so it's a little bit more difficult. Usually I'm really in shape and I can do this really quick and for a really long time, but not this time around. It's been a little harder these days. So let me catch my breath. We'll get the music going and we'll do those 4 combinations together. And of course, because this is online, because this is virtual, feel free to rewind and rewatch this and do it with me. Ready? Great job. Even though I didn't see you, I trust you did a fabulous job. Feel free to rewind this, rewatch it, relearn it, and keep an eye out for Kalina Performing Arts Company. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up this fall and this winter. We've been working through the pandemic. Keep dancing. Slava Ukraini. Heroyam Slava.
The Desna Ukrainian Dance Company of Toronto is excited to be celebrating their 46th anniversary this year by continuing to dazzle their audiences throughout Canada, the US, and abroad. Desna draws its constant inspiration from the incredible creative vision of artistic directors Yuri and Luba Grekov, graduates of the Academy of Dance of Pavlo-Virsky in Kyiv, Ukraine, and former members of the famed Virsky Ukrainian National Dance Company. Please enjoy a video of their Bukovinian dance performed at the Edmonton Ukrainian Festival last year.